He is the Olympic champion from Rio, but he's struggling for form, worryingly poor form. He only ran 1:49 for an 800 a few days ago in Switzerland. Lewandowski is there as well, better known as an 800-metre runner, the Pole. Could he cause a surprise here? He's a few seconds slower than the best of the Africans in this field. Ingebrigtsen as well. Philip Ingebrigtsen, the European champion from last year. There's Chris O'Hare on a really good run, the British champion from 3 weeks back. And a win at the London Diamond League 2 weeks ago. He's in very, very good form indeed. But Manangoi, world championship, silver medalist in 2015, he's there as well, the Commonwealth finalist from 2014. It's a loaded field, but any one of 4 or 5 men could take this. It's always due to be quick here. 1:52 we're looking for at 800 metres, and around 2:19 at 1,000. That's very fast tempo. It was on this track, of course, 3 or 4 years ago that Mo Farah set the European record for 3:28. They have come off at a very, very healthy tempo indeed. Another athlete to watch here who's rounding into good form is Nick Willis of New Zealand. 34 years old now, making him the oldest in the race, but he's just beginning to show signs of his great racing form. Rotic, the first pacemaker, with Kabuba, who will take over, slotted into second place. And look out too for Charles Simotwo, 5th in the Kenyan trials. Manangoi into 3rd place behind the pacemakers. 3rd in those Kenyan trials, so he's selected for their team. He was 3:49 miler at Prefontaine earlier in the season. But it is quick, Steve, as they come around to 400 metres. Pretty much single file.
It's too quick, that's why they're all stretched out way too fast at the front. Just watching, you can see in the orange in about 5th or 6th place, just near Centrowitz there is the young 17-year-old Kenyan as well, new name there, Suget. So they're all getting sucked into this. Be interested to see whether Kiprop, who's in more mid-pack, he's decided, yeah, I need to get involved, but this is a bit quick at the front, so he's happy to sit off it a little bit. Nick Willis, you mentioned, this is his last chance to get the qualifying time for the World Championship, so Nick Willis just sitting on things right at the back as well.
So Rotic down the home straight, then with just over 2 laps to run. Kabuba in 2nd, then Manangoi in 3rd. CHERUIYOT in 4th, the world number 1. Kwemoi in 5th. Matthew Centrowitz running well, confidently too, in 6th place, nicely positioned at the moment. Alongside him is Justus Soget, 4th in the Kenyan trials at 18 years of old. So the world youth record, personal best of 3:32 just in the last couple of weeks as they hit 800 metres, and it is quick. 1:51.43. The first lap a little too quick, but 53.7. That second lap around 57 seconds more sensible.
Yeah, I really like watching Manangoi, and I like watching Kwemoi as well, but Timothy CHERUIYOT is massive talent. Kwemoi's got to close that gap. They're all queuing up behind Kwemoi. There's a bit of a gap developed, and Kiprop maybe realising that. Kwemoi allowing his teammates to get ahead, so they're all just sitting there. Of course, also Kiprop is the target, Centrowitz, O'Hare, others watching. But look at CHERUIYOT and Manangoi saying, where is everybody else?
Well, 450 metres to run. Kabuba moves aside. Timothy CHERUIYOT well positioned now as they come to the bell. And it's 2:35 at the bell. There's a chance here for a really solid final lap of a sub 3:30 clocking. The pack is bunched though behind Asbel Kiprop, who hasn't been in the best of form, I have to say. His season's best is only 3:34, and he's holding them back somewhat, I rather think, at the moment. That gap at 1,200 metres is fully 12 or 13 metres, and as they head down the back straight, it's CHERUIYOT from Manangoi. This pair, in fact, are even moving away, as the rest of the pack being fooled, I think, by sitting behind Asbel Kiprop in the orange vest. Right a picture. He's really been an obstacle to get past there with 200 metres to run. It's CHERUIYOT from Manangoi. The chase is on further back, but they're way, way too far back behind two men of such calibre who hit the straight now. CHERUIYOT from Manangoi. This Kenyan pairing are special. Manangoi attacks from the outside. It's like a relay. Always better to come off somebody's shoulder and drives for the line. 3 metres, 2 metres at the line there to win very comfortably indeed. 3:28.8. A good run there.